Hello student, I once again welcome you in this online platforms. Yesterday we had started a new lessons, that is the Mallika Srinivasans. It is a lessons given to us by RTM Nagpur University in order to inspire us. Here we have some personality, famous personality. If we know this personality, if we know their struggle, we get inspiration in our life. That's why this lesson has been prescribed to our syllabus. Yesterday we had started these lessons and we know that Malika Srinivasan is a daughter of a owner of Tafe company, and she is also a wife of a owner of TVS company. I think you might have heard both of this company. If not both, at least one company you might have heard, that is the TVS company which we have, and the motorcycle which we have of this company. So we have this inspiring lesson for us. We know that after the graduations she applied for post graduations, and while pursuing her post graduations she got married with the owner of TVS company, Venu Srinivasan. So after the post graduation she wanted to continue her study, and she gone abroad for pursuing MBA. We know that when she decided to go to abroad for her study, she had a little child. She had a child and small child, and you know how difficult for a mother who had a child. Even then, she decided to pursue her study, and for that, her mother helped her. Her mother acted as a babysit, and due to that, she was able to continue her study. After completion her degree, she came back and joined her father's business, that is the TAFE. And you know, the TAFE is the tractor and farm equipments. This company make equipment suitable for farms. This company also a make tractors for farmer. So such is the reputed company, and to this company she joined. Now see what happens. Let's see further. Up till now we had seen that she had joined the company of her father, that is the Tafe company. Is one of the reputed company in those days and even in these times also. So let's see. Listen young lady, you might be Wharton graduate, but I don't need one to run my business. These were her father's words. So when she decided to join her father's company, she decided not to join her husband company, not the TVS, but her father's company, the Tafe. And when she decided to join that company, her father says sternly that I don't need anyone to run my business. And he says, listen young lady, he was addressing to his daughter, that is Mallika. Listen young lady, you might be Wharton graduate, but I don't need one to run my business. And he said that you might be a graduate student from Wharton, from abroad, but I don't need you and anyone to run my business. These were her father's words. She had returned to India and joined the family business in 1986. Especially, she joined TAFE. So, these things we saw that after returning from abroad and after coming to India, she decided to join her father's company, that is the TAFE, one of her father's high profile company. And what is this? TAFE is one of the high profile company of her father. Though her father had encouraged her to join the flagship company, he made it clear that she would have to earn her keep. So here again, so we get the message. What kind of message? Though her father encouraged her to join this company, reputed company, but he also made it clear that she has to earn her own way. She had to earn her reputation, she had to earn her skill on her own basis. It will not possible for her only being a daughter of the reputed owner of reputed company. She will get everything. She has to earn all those things on her own basis, on her own skill. She had anticipated a grand acknowledgement of her joining the company, but was disappointed when she arrived and discovered that the office her father had set aside for her was partitioned off end of a corridor. So it's natural that when a daughter or a son of a reputed company joined the company of her own father, she or he anticipated that she or he would will get a big office and big chairs and everything in big manners and luxurious manners, but that was not happened with Mallika. What he got, he anticipated, that means he thinks that it will happen, or he thinks in future what will happen. So anticipate means पुढे काय घडेल याचंच पूर्वकल्पना किंवा याची कल्पना करणे. So he anticipate that a big office and all grand acknowledgement of her joinings and grand ceremony of joining, all those things. But in fact what he got a office that is not a office, a partition of end, a corridor, and a settlement, a kind of settlements made for her, a office which is in fact not a office at all. In corridor one table has been kept and one chairs. It is not a big office, a big rooms, and that made him disappointed. Disappointed means नाराज होणे. व्हॉट तिनं जे काही कल्पना केली होती त्या कल्पना सगळ्या धुळीस मिसळल्या तिच्या. ही गॉट डिसअपॉइंटमेंट. अँड कॉरिडॉर मीन्स दोन गल्ली किंवा दोन लाईन मधली जी जागा असते, दॅट इज कॉल्ड द कॉरिडॉर. शी हॅड नो विंडो अँड नो डोअर. लुक, for her office she had no door, no window, and what kind of this office then? It's just a kind of adjustments, not an office at all. Malika simmer with a sense of injustice. Simmer with a sense of injustice, that means simmers means he become angry, totally angry, and her anger was coming out, and she thought that it is an injustice for him, being a daughter of a reputed, being a daughter of the owner of a reputed company. It is a kind of injustice for him because he didn't get appropriate office also. That's why it's natural to make her anger come out. She marched into her father's office to express her discontent, only to be told the above words by her father. And in order to express her dissatisfactions, her anger, she straightly marched to her father's office. And what she got? What she got, the answer which is stated at the earliest. And what is that? Look, young lady, I don't need, you might be a graduate from Wharton's. I don't need anyone to run my business. And that is the answer she got. He clearly dismissed his appeal, he clearly dismissed his anger and said, I don't need anyone to run my business. I am sufficient for that. And you may go now. That is the answers she got from her own father. Look, it is possible nowadays. Most of times we see that the daughter and son of company owners behave and in such a manner that they considers others neglected persons, unimportant persons. But here she got different answers. She marched into her office to express her discontents, only to be told the above word by her father. It seemed as though she had run into a dead end. Her father explained that he had managed the company and seen it expand since his father founded the company, and he had done all this without a degree. Her father now explaining her that this company was formed by his father, and he is looking at this company, he is managing this company without any degree. Though you have the degree from abroad, it doesn't mean that you are qualified, you are liable for running this business. I have no degree, still I am running this business in well manner. So don't say that you have the degree, that means you have the capacity to run this business. Her studies in Fortune did not impress him or his employee, and he did not fail to remind her of this fact. And he reminded her that don't show me your degree. Don't say that you have completed your degree from abroad. I am the example. I don't have degree, still I am running this business in well manner. Here we stop and we will see the remaining parts in next video. Thank you.